Hey everyone, EnigmaCoinCollector here. It's time for another nickel hunt. I've got actually two boxes, one from my red bank, my usual monthly pickup for December, but I also grabbed a box from my new blue bank just to see how they compare. Now they are both the Brink style boxes. You can see them here. This is the box from the red bank. The second box is going to be from the blue bank, so we can kind of do a little bit of a box battle. But I'm interested to see if maybe these are the same source, or if not, just to kind of get an idea. I did pick these up right around the same time, so it'll be an interesting comparison for sure. We're going to be looking for Buffalo nickels, semi-key dates, errors, varieties, silver war nickels will be great, over mint marks, anything cool, unique, and interesting, I'll be bringing in for the finds. I did already open both boxes up just to make sure that we did indeed have circulated nickels, which we do. So the hunt is on. It's time for roll one. Let's get crack and roll. Well, that did not take very long. Roll one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins in, and we have a find, ladies and gentlemen. We've got ourselves a Buffalo nickel, 1937, legible date, no mint mark, 1937, Philadelphia Buffalo nickel. Roll one. That is nuts. Not too bad detail. Clear date, no problem there. Do we have any horn? A little bit. But that is a cool find. 7th coin in. We are on the board with a Buffalo. Nice. Same roll. We've got a 40s find. 1941 out of Philly. Roll 2. We've got a find we don't usually see here, or at least a year. It's a 1951. And if this is an S, that is a semi-key date. It's not just a Philadelphia, but we've got a 50s find on the board now. Roll 4, we've got our first foreign. It's from our friends up north. It'll be an 84 Canadian. Roll number 6 has a 1946, minted in Philadelphia. Roll number 9 is going to have our next find. Be a 1941, pretty worn, minted in Philadelphia. I just opened roll number 12, and we're going to have two interesting finds. For one thing, we're going to make 5 cents. I believe this is going to be a dime. Yes, it is. Made a dime. We'll take that. But then we've got a gold-colored coin, so that's going to be a foreign of some kind. No, it's just a gold-toned 89. Interesting. Just thought I'd show you that. Some interesting finds in this roll for sure. Roll number 20, we finally have our next find. It's a 1954 from Philadelphia. Roll number 21, we've got a 1948, and if it is an S mint, it's going to be a semi-key date, but not this time. Just a Philadelphia. It's all right. We'll add it to the board. Next roll, roll number 22, and I think we're going to have back-to-back finds. Just turned over this 1957. Let me get that under the camera for you. 57 Denver. And the next coin looks old. It is also from Denver. You can see that mint mark there. And it's just a 61. I will say I am getting a lot of these odd tone coins. There are a lot of dirty coins here. So I get a lot of false positives for war nickel edges, but I've been doing some filming. Been fooled a lot of times. Just want to put that out there. This is not going to be a find. Thought it would be. Oh well, that's coin roll hunting. Same roll. We had another 50s in there. This one is a 1952 from Philadelphia. Roll 23. We've got a 1954 from Denver. So, yeah, 1954. Roll 24, just roll them out. We've got a 1947 poking out. 47, Denver. Roll 25, and we've got a beautiful 1959. Look at that. That is very nice. 1959, Denver. Some dirt and some corrosion on the back, but the obverse is very nice. near the end of roll 29, and we've got a find that I don't usually get. It is a Canadian, but it's an older Canadian, 1957. It's got the, it's not octagonal. The word is escaping my mind. Oh, I forget what that shape is that the coin is. Someone's probably going to put it in the comments below, but in 1957, what equates to the Younghead portrait on the penny. But yeah, that is really cool. I don't usually get these older nickels in my hunts, so that is definitely a really cool find. Roll 30, we've got another 1951. It is heavily tarnished and damaged, but you can tell 1951, if there's an S mint mark, it's going to be a semi-key date. I think it's a Denver. Yep. 51 Denver. That's all right. Happy to have it. Putting it in the collection and adding it to the board. Roll 32. Sorry, roll 32. We've got a 1952 minted in Philadelphia. Roll 36. We've got our next find. 1954. And there's a mint mark there. It's a 54S. I'm probably not going to be able to tell if it's the S over D over mint mark, but I will take a look at it under the loop. But that is a 54S, which is kind of cool. I will take a look at that under my loop. And I just want to see if this is going to be anything, a heavily damaged coin. Like I said, there's lots of these coins that have really dark edges. It's an 81 with lots of damage, lots of false positives in terms of what I think could be a war nickel, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. Roll number 40 is going to have a 40s. It's a 1947 from Philadelphia. A few more coins later, we had another 1951, and I already saw where the mint mark is, and it's a Philadelphia, so it's our third 1951, which again is odd for me in my area. Still no S. Roll number 42, we've got another 1947. This one from Philadelphia. Next roll, next find, going to be a 1958 this time from Denver. Second coin in on roll number 44. Got a 1941 for you from Philadelphia. Still on that same roll. This time it's a 1954 from Denver. Roll 45 had an ender from the 40s. This one being a 1946 out of Philadelphia. Same roll, last coin, a 59, the last coin that I saved out of circulation. 59, Denver. Roll 50, literally the next to last coin that we're going to hunt in this box, and it's a 1939. If it's got a mint mark, it's a key date. And it's not, but we will check for the doubling on Monticello and 5 cents. Which it is also not. But our final find of the box is a 1939 Jefferson. Happy to have that. And we'll just go ahead and do the recap right now because you can see what's on the scoreboard. It's going to be 39 points, which is below my average for boxes. I know I'm somewhere in the mid-40s on my box average. So box number 1 definitely wasn't the best box. I will say that a lot of the coins were dirty, even the modern ones. Even I found some 2021s that were just really grubby and destroyed even. So this was definitely a box of dirty nickels for sure. It's not going to take much for the other bank, Blue Bank, to beat this box as long as it has a decent amount of finds. So let me go ahead and get that set up. We'll see if box 2 can deliver us the silver. We didn't get any in this box. Did get that one buffalo, and I thought maybe there's a big buffalo dump in this box. Turned out not to be the case, but anyway, let me get that box set up, and we'll see what's in that one. Roll number 1 of the second box, or box 51. I will say that the other box had the dark blue wrappers. This one has the light blue wrappers. Don't know if that means anything, but we have 2 finds back-to-back. 1940. 40S, that is cool. 1940S. And then we also have a 1954 out of Philly. So we're off to a hot start. Let's see what else we got. We're on roll number 9, and we've got our next find. I saw it poking out when I flattened the roll out. That's going to be a 1941 minted in Philadelphia. Same roll, and we've got 2 more finds. We're going to have this 1957 minted in Denver. And then I saw another beaver, another Canadian here. Very cool, 1983, our first of this box. Man, this roll does not want to give up. We've got our 4th find. Excuse me, it's going to be a 1958 from Denver. And roll number 11 is going to have our next find. It's another 50s, but we'll take it. 1958 from Denver. Roll number 15, we've got a 1946 Miss Silver by a year, minted in Philadelphia. And I did see this one, but yeah, it's just going to be a metal detecting find from the 60s. Roll number 16, and we've got a 1947. And that might be an S. It is 1947. Too bad it's not a 48 or a 49. That would be a semi-key date, but hey, it's a nice find. We'll take it. Same roll, and our friends up north are joining the party again. 1984 from Canada. Roll number 18 had an ender. We had a 1941 minted in Philadelphia. Roll number 24. And I don't think I've had a box with this many foreigns in a long time, if ever. So we've got another 83 from Canada. It'll be interesting to see if this box keeps that pace up. Roll 25, and we have found something I usually don't find on my hunts. And that is going to be a proof. Now, this is a 64 proof. I can tell by the finish and also the thickness of this coin. It's way thicker than the other nickels. In the wrapper, you can see it there in the middle. Definitely has some girth to it. And this is before they shifted proof production to San Francisco exclusively. So there's not going to be a mint mark, but I am almost certain that is going to be a proof nickel, which is really, really cool to find. Don't find them too often in my hunts. So we've got a proof on the board. Very cool stuff. Roll 26 has a 1958 for us. Another find from the 50s from Denver. Next roll, next find. We've got a 1959 out of Denver, of course. And I already see it. It's our 4th Canadian of this box. 1990. Roll 34, I can see 2 finds peeking out when I laid it down. We've got, yeah, this one's going to be a 1959 Philly. Don't see those too often. And a 1952, also from Philly. Next roll, we've got another 40s find. This one being a 1941. I think that's Denver. No, 1941S. Very cool. Next to last coin in roll number 37 is going to be a 1940. And you can see it's got some damage. I'll put it under the scope. It's going to be from Philadelphia. And the date is pretty obliterated. That is for sure a 1940 to add to the collection. Roll number 41, coming in with the next find. 1957 Denver. Same roll. We got an older 50s this time. 1953 out of Philly, which I don't believe we've had yet. Nope. It's going to go right there. We're getting down to the end, but roll 45 is going to produce a 1956 from Denver. Well, the final roll is going to give us a parting gift, and that is going to be a 1959 minted in Denver. So nothing really cool, unique, and interesting other than that proof. I'll finish up this roll, bring in if there's anything else, but if not, we're going to be doing a recap and seeing which box did better, the first box or the second box. Literally the next to last coin, we're going to have the oldest Jefferson we've had on this whole hunt. It's a 1939. Now, judging by the condition, it's not going to be a key date because those usually are in better condition. We're looking for a mint mark to the right of the Monticello for a key date. And it's not, but we will definitely be checking for the doubling for the DDO. And it's not. Still, our oldest Jefferson find of the box and the hunt, really cool. Now we can calculate the points and see which box did better. And here we are at the wrap up, and you know what? Compared to my yearly average of nickel boxes, 50.6 points, both boxes underperformed. The red bank box, 40 points. The blue box, 36 points. So they're definitely below average in terms of the box quality. Maybe the box quality is dipping in my area a little bit. Hard to say. These things ebb and flow. I thought we were actually going to get into a little bit of a hot streak finding a Buffalo nickel so early on in the first box, but it turns out it wasn't our luck. The only Buffalo we found was near the beginning of the first box. We did find this, I think, 12-sided Canadian older coin with the young head on the back. I love that portrait, and I love finding these. I actually don't find these older Canadians very often at all, so it's really cool to see this in a coin roll hunt. 2 foreigns, the Buffalo. We had 1 in the 30s, 9 in the 40s, and 13 from the 50s. Nothing cool, unique, and interesting in those finds, but that's what we found. We also had that gold-toned nickel that I may keep. Pretty cool. And then we actually made 5 cents because there was a dime in one of the rolls. Box number 2, we had those 4 Canadians, which is above average. And then, in my opinion, the find of the hunt is going to be this 1964 proof strike. You can definitely tell that it's a proof strike now here when you've got to compare to the other coins. Definitely a cool coin. No mint mark because Philadelphia was minting proofs at this point. And my first proof found coin roll hunting all year in terms of nickels. Happy to have it. I'm going to add that to the collection. Then the rest of the finds, we had 1 from the 30s, we had 7 from the 40s, and 12 from the 50s. Again, nothing cool, unique, and interesting in there. We got skunked on silver, but you know what? I had a really fun time doing this hunt, and I hope you had fun hanging out, doing the hunt with me, and seeing what we found. That's about going to do it on this hunt. Remember, if you like this video and you want to see more like it, don't forget to click subscribe, turn the bell on for notifications, leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and if you got something to say, leave it in the comments below. And remember, everyone, it's always a mystery until you crack open those rolls and you find out what you got on the inside. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Catch you on the next one.